Hey guys, I'm Jackie, and this is your weekly newscast. Finals are just around the corner. This year, final exams will be a part of your class's fourth quarter grades. On Wednesday, May 27th, Period 1 will have a final. On Thursday, May 28th, Periods 2 and 3 will have a final. On Monday, June 1st, Periods 4 and 5 will have a final. And on Tuesday, June 2nd, Periods 6 and 7, your individual teachers will give you more information on how they will handle their final. Seniors are still celebrating graduation this year, but it will be slightly different. On Thursday, June 4th at 10 a.m., the Baccalaureate Mass live streamed. A virtual graduation will be live streamed at 6 o'clock p.m. Details about viewing the live stream will follow. Student Council has been hosting trivia sessions every Thursday at 8 o'clock with great success. Students show up with popcorn, drinks, and an intense desire to show off their trivia knowledge. Student Council is offering prizes for all trivia winners. Be sure to show off next Thursday. This year's summer school classes of health and speech will be offered virtually. Details about those options will soon follow. Beginning May 11th, Lake County can enter Stage 2 of Indiana's Back on Track plan to reopen the economy. During this phase, restaurants can reopen at 50% capacity, as can retail stores. Personal services such as hair salons and barbers can reopen May 18th by appointment only. Employees at all businesses that reopen must wear face masks, and customers are highly encouraged to do so. There are still no social gatherings over 25 people allowed during this phase. Although libraries can reopen, Lake County Public Libraries have stated they will not reopen until they design a timeline to safely reopen their buildings. Beginning May 24th, playgrounds, tennis courts, basketball courts, and similar facilities may open with social distancing guidelines in place. Social gatherings up to 100 people may take place following the CDC social distancing guidelines, and remote work is still suggested. Governor Holcomb's plan are all stated to be suggestions. None of these are requirements, so you may see businesses operating in your neighborhood on a delayed timeline. Hungry for an afternoon snack? Or maybe you're just getting up for breakfast. Either way, here's a quick how-to video from Emily Rocos for making muffins. Muffins. As part of this week's Quarantine Reviews, Nick Sheebish is talking to sophomore Gerardo Garcia on how he's been using his time during quarantine to make props from some of the new Star Wars series from Disney+.
Hi, my name is Nick Sheebish, and I am here with Geraldo Garcia, interviewing him on his quarantine projects. What crafts have you made over this quarantine?
Well, I've been making a couple more props from this show called Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which is showing on Disney Plus, and it's in its final season. And as a child, I've been so much in love with that series, and ever since I got into prop making and prop and costume making, I've been working so hard to make props from the show, some of the blasters that the clones and the droids and like Mandalorians had. And I even did a clone helmet, which I can show you here, which I made by myself. It's all painted up, made it look like it's war-torn, like it has like a metal, well, it's not metal, it's like foam. And I even like made it look like there's steel in there, and the person welded it with I used hot glue to make it look like weld marks and all. and this is my recent prop that I've made, and I'm really I'm adoring this very much. This is all plastic too, and it's even wearable. I had some padding onto it, and yeah, that's one of my favorite so far. One of my favorite props that I've made, but I have a ton of them.
What inspired you to make these crafts?
I'd say like the Reddit, the Reddit and the YouTube cosplay community is what inspired me over the years. Like I've been really into movies like sci-fi, like Blade Runner, Star Wars, all those kinds of stuff, and like even in the original Star Wars back in 1977, the production team used like scrapped parts and model kits to make the props from the movies, which was really good. So it was technically all DIY when you think about it. And even the lightsaber, which, fun fact, the lightsaber was actually made out of a found camera flash, and it had some car window wipers, I think it was, and then a bubble strip, and then that was like the original lightsaber, which was cool, which I like. Which inspires me into doing DIY costumes and props and everything. So yeah, that's what inspires me, and this is fun.
What do you use to make these crafts?
Crafts. Most of the stuff that I've used, like the main material, has always been with EVA foam floor mats, like these with the texture on the back of it. You can like find these at like Menards or like any other like home improvement store or whatever. But mainly Joann's and Michael's have had this cosplay foam, which I have right here. This is like a cut piece from it. It's available in like 5, 2, and I think 10 millimeters, and they even have foam dowels for like piping, for like making pipes or tubing for like a helmet or something like that, which I really enjoy. I love how the cosplay community is going up. Sadly, it's been going down since this whole virus, but I'm pretty sure throughout this, when this whole pandemic ends, that the cosplay community will stay strong still.
Lastly, here's some good news from BNI Student Council.
Hello everybody, my name is Christopher Valdez and welcome to the Good News segment of Bishop Nolan Institute. And before we get started, as you can see, I'm in the headquarters once again. This is not just my sunroom with nicely lit up lights. Let's get started. Alright, so the first individual response we have is from Savannah Benitez. What's your good news? I learned how to predict the future with math. Shout out to Peters. It was very fun and cool and I enjoyed it. Ooh, that sounds very interesting. I think I'd like to do that one day. At least learn. Try to learn. And next from Carmelina Cumiati, we have, what is your good news? I planted some zucchini plants and some flowers in my yard, and we are also sprouting tomato and basil plants. Yay, plant friends. I like the attitude. It's always good to have a good attitude during this time. And if you want to submit your good news, just respond to the email Miss Frederickson sends every Monday. And from there, you'll be able to get your good news in, and we can say it on here. Also, shout out to all the teachers who are working their hardest throughout this time. We love you guys, and we wholeheartedly appreciate it. And that's been the good news. And stay classy, Bishop Noel.
That's all for this week's news, Bishop Noel. See you next week.